What's going on, guys? It's your boy LQ, Mr. Real Deal Fantasy HQ. Fire content only. Bring you the heat this week, and we're going to be talking about Devin Singletary and why I think he's a buy low. Telling you, man, Devin Singletary every single year has shown progression. So I'm going to do a deep dive into why you should be going out there sending those offers. Won't be an arm and a leg. I love when guys are a buy low. You can get them for the cheap when they're going to be on a breakout rise. So I don't want to waste any more time. So let's get right into the episode. So we're going to be talking about Devin Singletary and why he's a buy low. But before I get into the heat, make sure you hit that link in the bio. Sign up today at prizepicks.com using promo code FCO, and you will be set up for success because they're matching up to $100 on your first deposit. Promo code FCO. Now let's get into it. Devin Singletary, buy low. Breakout season on the rise. My man has every year shown us an elevation of production, overall progression in his career. I mean, every single year we've seen him get better and better in multiple categories. And we're talking about catch rate, yards per carry, touches, targets, touchdowns, where it matters most, man. He's showing improvement. And I definitely like that he finished fifth in breakaway runs. Devin Singletary has always been on the radar for me to have that guy that can have home run ability. Once he hits the hole and he gets to that second level, it's curtains, baby. He's going to find the end zone. And I definitely like that in Devin Singletary and why I think he deserves to have the RB1 role. Now, obviously, the Bills have been showing some trust issues, but they showed some trust on the back end of the season. But I'll get into that in a second. But most importantly, let's start from the beginning of why Devin Singletary may, have a bad taste in a lot of managers' mouths and why some people feel the way they feel about Singletary. Now, 2019, he had to share the backfield with old man Frank Gore, which is annoying, but it is what it is. We didn't expect much out of Singletary based on, he's a rookie. They got LaShawn McCoy out of there, so we're thinking that it was Singletary season, but hey, Frank Gore was more of a pest than we actually expected. So Frank Gore, when it comes down to what really matters in fantasy, it's the touchdowns. Frank Gore was a pest to Devin Singletary in the red zone. He had 26 red zone attempts, people. Old man Frank Gore just would not go away. And also, we need to put in account that Josh Allen's a mobile quarterback, so he had 22 rushing attempts that year as well. So Devin Singletary only with the 18. But like I said, we weren't expecting much out of him. We weren't overdrafting him in that year. I don't think so. I think it was the following year once old man Frank Gore got out of the way in 2020. But then the Bills, once again, showed a little bit of no trust in Devin Singletary, and they drafted Zach Moss. And the following year, man, it was just the same old thing. They were splitting with Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary would get some early downs. Devin Singletary would get some targets out of the backfield, but so was Zach Moss. But what was really, really annoying was Zach Moss was being utilized in the red zone like crazy. I mean, he had 29 rushing attempts in the red zone to Josh Allen coming in second with 25, and then Devin Singletary with 22. But we're at the rise of when Josh Allen was hitting that switch and the Bills becoming more and more of a threat, and they were having way more scoring opportunities. That's why it's so close together with, again, Zach Moss at 29, you have Josh Allen at 25, and then Devin Singletary at 22. So, again, the opportunities are there. Devin Singletary's fighting. But then finally, last season, we get to see our boy Devin Singletary pull away from the pack. Zach Moss shown that he can't be trusted with the duties that he had. Now, Devin Singletary at the back end of the season, he had career highs, people. I mean, this was the first couple games where he was able to have 20-plus touches per game. I mean, the back end of the season, he became a league winner. But when it came down to the finish, when it came to red zone opportunities, which I hopefully carries over into the next season, Devin Singletary had 40 rushing attempts in the red zone. That's the most that has been in the 3 years of that running back core. And Josh Allen coming in with 32, Zach Moss with 26. So therefore, he's pulling away from the pack. The Bills are showing trust in him. That's what we like, man. True league winner when it came to the fantasy playoffs, man. And look, man, the fantasy playoffs, it was just like, man, when it came down to those 5 weeks, man, this is what happened. The last 5 games, Singletary averaged 75 yards rushing per game, had 485 scrimmage yards total, 6 touchdowns, 80 rushing attempts in that 5-game span. He was averaging 19.7 fantasy points per game, people. That is a league winner on our hands. That is something that we want to see. But the question, I'm telling you, the question is, Will the Bills trust him going forward? Because we have the NFL draft to worry about that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. And I don't know if he comes out as a winner. I don't know if he comes out as a loser. I just hope they don't bring in a big prospect that can be a pest to Devin Singletary when we're already dealing with Zach Moss there, and we're already dealing with Josh Allen taking those, basically those rushing attempts in the red zone where they matter most. So that's what's more important, man. And it's hard to say right now if they trust him because it looked like they did, but who knows, man. Singletary definitely had momentum, going into the playoffs. So man, I mean, when we went to the playoffs, he had 3 more touchdowns, making it 9 total touchdowns in 7 weeks. So he was finding the end zone like crazy. The rushing attempts in the red zone matter most, especially inside the 10-yard line. And that's where he was eating, man. The bread and butter he was finding in the end zone. So the general consensus right now about Singletary is, he's a low-end RB2 flex. Some people are draft him as their RB3, which is fine. But when it comes to draft day, he's going to be a must-have, people. I'm telling you, man, the Bills are a huge threat on offense, so they have plenty of scoring opportunity, high-power offense, and we're seeing him get peppered with little targets per game. He's averaging like 3 to 4 targets per game. I'm seeing that getting peppered in there with the rushing attempts as well, with him averaging between 15 to 20 attempts. This is something we can predict and something that could be set in stone if they do not draft a running back, because free agency, I was fingers crossed they didn't go out and get a Leonard Fournette and Melvin Gordon. They could still get a Melvin Gordon, honestly. But still, like I said, they didn't go out there and get the big name guy running backs that were out there in free agency. So he came out as a solid winner so far, safe right now. But I'm saying I feel as though if they do go to the draft, it'll probably be a late round running back, 6th, 7th round. And hopefully he doesn't come in hot. And hopefully, Devin Singletary holds on to that starting position. Because I'm telling you, man, all he needs is momentum. Once he gets going, that's all he really needs, man. He just needs to have the opportunity on the table. He doesn't have to have a Zach Moss being a pest, taking touches that really don't matter, irrelevant touches away from Singletary, where he can be the guy. He could be the all-around back that the Bills need and they're probably looking for. But they just look in-house and look at Singletary. The dude can do it, man. I'm telling you. And every single year, like I said, if we look at his stats, catch rate, yards per carry, the touchdowns, man, overall production has increased every single year. You're getting what you want out of a running back to be properly developed, and that's what's happening now. We're going on to year 4. This could be the year where Singletary takes that leap. He takes that jump to actually be a solid running back 2, or he could be a running back 1 some weeks where he could put up 20, 25 points, man. I'm telling you, it can be done on this high-power offense, and all the Bills need to do is show some trust. So I'm telling you right now, go out there, go get Devin Singletary right now. I feel like the general consensus right now, he's a low-end RB2. A lot of people aren't really too excited about Devin Singletary. Nothing's jumping off paper. I just want to get the value now, so when he does become a winner out of the NFL draft and they don't bring in any type of like running back that could be competition, he is going to be such a great value, people. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be happy jumping up and down when you get him for the cheap right now. And then I'm telling you, after the NFL draft, a lot of players that we're secretly talking about, whispering on the Twitter timeline, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're getting your fantasy information from, they slowly but surely start creeping up. And when they start creeping up, that price becomes a little out of range because you're still taking a gamble of not knowing. I'm telling you, Devin Singletary, he's going to be due for a breakout. I'm telling you now, if they commit to him, he's going to be a dangerous piece for your fantasy rosters. So hopefully you guys got some information from this video. It's a little quick hitter. I definitely want you guys to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about the episode and what you think about Devin Singletary. And I'll see you guys next week for another great episode of Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ. Peace.